Good morning, garden friends. It is Monday, June 1st, and we are officially in the summer garden now. So let me go ahead and show you what has been going on. First off, we have my little Three Sisters bed here. So I planted the corn last week. I still don't see anything popping through, but it's still a little bit early, so I'm just waiting for that to start. Over here, I have my one pole tomato and then some pepper plants. All my peppers are really starting to take off. So like here, I have a little baby jalapeno. These ones don't have anything yet. This big plant doesn't have anything on it yet, but I have this gorgeous purple pepper here that is starting off. So I'm excited to see that grow. Over here, you'll see I have this shade cloth. I am very excited with the heat coming. I put the shade cloth up just to try to hopefully get my cabbage to finish. And it is finally getting like hard in here. So it might end up just being a teeny tiny cabbage, but it is definitely a cabbage. It's gotten nice and tight and forming a real head, so I'm very excited about that. So I'm just going to keep these under the shade cloth for hopefully maybe like another week or so, just to really let those set. Over here, I just went out this morning and got these cages. So all of these grow bags are cucumbers, and there's one that has Minnesota midget cantaloupe, but you can see they're starting to get their little tendrils and going to want to climb, so I had to go out and get some cages for them so that they could do that. Over here I have some watermelon, and in the middle here is a Thai basil. I was a little nervous because the watermelon seemed to not be doing great, but I was just dousing this with water the past few days and it seems to be doing much better, so I think that's the key there. Over here, I have my 3 bush tomatoes. So if you've been watching, you know I've been struggling with the blossom end rot, and I've done some things to hopefully help with that. And the bush tomatoes seem to be doing really well. Look at these, some nice fruits, no rot on the end. So that makes me really happy. The vining tomatoes, those ones seem to be looking a little worse, but these ones are looking pretty good. So I'm excited to see that continue growing. Here are the vining tomatoes. I've had to pull off a lot of bad fruit, but I still have some good fruit. I have this like one tomato here that is just really happy. And then I actually do have a little teeny tiny one. Oh, see, actually there it is. Yep. Okay, never mind then. So I have one tomato here that looks really good. I am just gonna give these a little more time. Yeah, glancing through here, I hardly see any fruit because I've had to pull so much of it off. And there's one over there, but I'm really close to ripping these out. Yeah, see, here's a little one. I don't know why this one is so bad and the bush ones are okay, but I almost feel like I'm just gonna wait for that one tomato and then pull them out because this plant is really starting to piss me off. Meanwhile, this one cucumber back here is starting to make tendrils. Isn't that so cute? I love that little swirl. But yeah, this is part of why I want to just kind of rip out the tomatoes so I can do some more cucumbers because they haven't really been able to take off. All my pepper plants, like I said earlier, they are just really going crazy. They have lots of little blossoms on them. This one is actually has 3, oh no, the 4. There's one back here too. 4 little fruits. I don't know how they're all going to fit in here. Let's see if I can get in here. I don't know how they're all going to fit in there, but that's exciting to see. Nothing fully forming on these other ones, but there's lots of flowers and buds ready to open. Over here, my kale tower has been a little sad and disappointing lately. I have been getting a lot of pest pressure. I've been coming out here every morning. Oh, see, this looks like it got eaten up overnight. I've been coming out here every morning looking for worms, and I have been finding a lot of eggs. I did see a cabbage moth flying around the other day, and I had to pull off a bunch of leaves that had eggs on them. Yeah, I'm not seeing any eggs right now, but yeah, there's just been a lot of pest pressure here, so it's looking a little sparse. Some of them I've literally had to rip off all the leaves just to a little nub, so we'll see if those grow back. But we might be starting to reach the end of the kale tower. It's had a good run. I'm gonna let it keep going, but we might be nearing the end. On the upside though, a little baby pepper here, and the peppers that I completely chopped off because they had aphids on them are starting to regrow. You can see this is where I cut it off, and these are growing, so hopefully those will keep going. On these 2 green stalks, my green beans are going really crazy. I've harvested several off of them over the weekend, just kind of as I come out here and see some ready. And I will say, when I saw the purple beans coming through, see how they start green like this? But they do, in fact, turn purple. How interesting is that? Plants are so weird. But yeah, lots of little baby green beans showing up, and I feel like every day when I come out, They have literally sprouted overnight. There's some hiding in there. So one of the varieties I got is a yellow one, and it actually looks very green. Let me see if I can find one. This is the yellow one, but see how it's almost green? It's hard to tell. So yeah, so the green beans are just going crazy. Over here, I have some more pepper plants that are quite big, and they're starting to get fruit as well. Yeah, there's some back here. I think all of these ones are either California Wonder or Sweet Bell Blend. I don't remember. I don't see any seeds popping through. I have been making sure I've been going through and watering these really, really well just to keep the seeds wet. But the stuff that I planted on the bottom of both the green stalks, I haven't had anything come through yet. So we'll see. It was just a bunch of experimental things. I have this one pepper plant here I stuck between these basils that's getting a nice little baby pepper on it. And these basils are growing. And I also have this basil bush I got from the nursery. And then this sorrel has finally rebounded. If you saw one of my earlier videos, I had poppies planted in here, and it almost seemed like the poppies got a disease and the sorrel was doing really bad. But then when I pulled the poppies up, the sorrel like resurrected itself. It was the weirdest thing. So I don't know what happened, but it's all better now. Finally, my flowers are really taking off. So I think these are bee balm that I had as seedlings that I started. I've never grown bee balm, but the stuff has just been growing big and leafy. It's actually kind of completely taken over my snapdragons. But I'm seeing, it looks like this is going to start flowering soon, so that'll be exciting to see. And then my favorite part of the year, sunflowers. And look at this one. It's going to start heading. I'm so excited. These are a little shorter than I thought they would be, but that is okay. It's still going to be beautiful. So here's everything at a glance. It's getting a little crowded out here. These green stalks, since they're starting to kind of grow out, it's taking up a lot of room. It's a bit of an obstacle course here. So that is the summer garden as of June 1st. The things that are going to be happening over the next week are, I will probably need to be harvesting that cabbage. I'm not sure what I'll put in those beds there. Probably just more bush beans. That's kind of my MO at this point. If there's a spot, I'm going to put a bush bean there because I know I can rely on those growing in this heat. And I'm supposed to be getting sweet potato slips this week, hopefully. So I have one spot on the bottom of one of the green stalks that I've been saving for the sweet potato slips. And then the others, I'll just kind of be experimenting, some in my little raised beds, some in a pot, just to see where they do the best. So I will keep you updated as those things happen, and I hope everything is going well in your garden. Happy gardening.